Namaskar. I am Dr. Neha Dev. Our today's topic is how to write a research proposal. What is a research proposal? A research proposal is a format and detailed statement of intent of the researcher. A research proposal presents and justifies a plan of action and shows the investigation plan. A research proposal is a document written by a researcher that provides a detailed description of the proposed program. It is like an outline of the entire research process that gives a reader a summary of the information discussed in a project plan. Preparation is the key. In short, a researcher is proposing a work frame for completing his or her research because failing to prepare is prepare to fail. Various terminologies are used to mean a research proposal depending on why the research is carried out. It can be called as a research outline, a plan of research, a thesis plan, a blueprint of a research project. So, it is a sort of preconceived framework for starting the activities of research. A research proposal deals with ideas of a researcher about what the researcher wants to do, what objectives and methodology he or she has set, how much time and resources are required to complete it, how the research findings are to be reported, and all the other required details. What are the advantages and importance of writing the research proposal? After writing a research proposal, researcher can identify problems, barriers, and think over to remove it. Researcher can think over the different aspects of the research process and find out shortfalls. Can evaluate own work, can get suggestions, can get guidance and opinions from experts. Researcher can decide the nature of guidance to be get from the guide, can avoid wastage of time, efforts, and money, can assure success, can avoid failure and related frustration, can apply for registration, and get a research funding or grants. What are the different parts of proposal? Generally, a research proposal can be divided into three parts. The first part includes title, background, need and significance, objectives, operational definitions, assumptions, and hypotheses if required, limitations and delimitations. The second part includes review of related literature and researches, and the third part includes sampling, population, design of the research program if included, tools of data collection, and tools of data analysis. Some experts say that hypothesis should come after review of related literature and researches. So here in this picture you can see hypothesis is after a review of related literature and researches. Now the title page of the research proposal. When a researcher is applying for any degree, then the title page should include title, degree for which he or she is applying, name of the researcher, name of the guide, year of the study and center. Here is the sample of title page of a research proposal. You can see here the title is written in inverted pyramid shape. How should be the title? The title should reflect the theme of the research. It should be written in a simple and unambiguous language. It should be brief but self-explanatory. It should be specific to a particular domain. It should avoid bracket, arithmetic figures, etc. It should avoid confusing meaning. Now the different components or elements of research proposal. In the beginning, there should be introduction. Introduction should include theoretical background, or background of the problem. It should, it should also address the need to some extent. Then comes a statement of problem. It should elaborate nature of the problem, explanation of the problem, justification and urgency to solve it. The next component is significance. It is also called as importance. It is nothing but rationale or justification of the research problem. It should talk about addressing the context of the problem, bridging the knowledge gaps, usefulness to the society or community, present state of affairs, and affected stakeholders. Then comes objective. Objectives of the research are the major steps in the research process. Objectives should be contextual, consistent to the title, concise, clear cut, expressed in a simple language, precise, self explanatory, distinctive, quantifiable, or measurable. There may be two types of objectives. First one, general, broad, or overall, and the second one is specific. The next component is operational definitions of terms used in the title, in the hypothesis, or in the objectives. These are the clear cut actual meanings of the terms or meanings of the terms as considered by the researcher. Then comes assumption. Assumptions are the things researcher believes to be facts but cannot verify. Here the researcher should give reference for the assumptions. Then comes hypothesis. Hypothesis is a tentative answer of the problem or an educated hunch. It is proposition subject to verification. It may be directional or non-directional. It guides or leads the research. There may be more than one hypothesis for your research. The next component is limitations of the study. These are the things beyond the control of the researcher. These are the shortcomings of the research may be related with resources, sampling, standardized tools and time constraints. Then comes delimitations of the study. These are the boundaries decided by the researcher. These boundaries may be related with area, geographical area, level, standard, medium, subject, etc. The next related literature. It should talk about researches so far conducted and vital information or knowledge collected. Issues discussed and unaddressed issues. Relevancy to the present research. Information or knowledge gaps. Then comes methodology. Methodology should include selection of appropriate approach and method, sample and population, tools and techniques to be used, variables under study, data collection techniques, data processing, analysis, interpretation techniques, data information and presentation techniques. The next component is time schedule. Timeline of the assigned tasks, timeline of the research flow. Then comes budget or estimated cost of the research. Cost built up or the amount required for resource personnel, support staff, technical staff, stationery, transport, utilities, miscellaneous, etc. Budget is very important when a researcher is applying for any funding or grant. Researcher should also mention the chapterization or chapters outline. In social studies or in education field, generally 5 chapters are expected. The first chapter is introduction, the second one is review of related literature and researches, the third chapter is methodology, the fourth one analysis of data, and the fifth one summary, conclusion, discussion and recommendations. And the last important part is bibliography or references. These two are slightly different from each other. Bibliography, in bibliography, mention all the related documents consulted or studied, follow technicalities in writing bibliography or references, present it in an alphabetic order in a very systematic manner using recommended standardized style like APA style. Now, here are some guidelines. A good proposal hinges on a good idea. Proposal helps you estimate the size of a project. Proposal is important for the pursuit of a particular degree. A clean, well thought out proposal forms the backbone for the thesis itself. It guides your journey from proposal to research process, and then a vague, weak, or fuzzy proposal can lead to a long, painful, and often unsuccessful thesis writing exercise. Try to convince that you have a worthwhile research project as well as the competence and plan it. It should contain all the key elements of the research process and include sufficient information to evaluate it. Regardless of your research area and the methodology you choose, all research proposals must address the following questions: what you plan to accomplish, why you want to do it, and how you are going to do it. Now, here are certain do's and do nots. Produce or prepare a professional looking proposal. Make it interesting, make it informative and meaningful. Write in simple language. Use headings and subheadings. Be concise, precise. Check spelling and grammar. Present in accurate, acceptable format. And the do nots. Use no word which you do not understand. Unnecessary use of difficult language, unimpressive to the readers, supervisors, or authority. Please don't use that. Remember, write the proposal in future tense. Be careful about spelling and grammar. Use easy but scientific language. Be precise. Give references wherever necessary. Follow the technical norms of writing a proposal. Don't make it too lengthy. About 15 to 20 pages are sufficient for a PhD proposal. Now, here are references. Thank you.